Hey guys, it's M4J here and welcome back to the M4J Journeyman here on Football Manager 2018. We are still playing as Queens University Belfast. We did okay actually at the end of last season. I'm just trying to think where I can show you how the league finished. I think if I do this and I do stages last season, we finished 7th. Finished 7th by 4 points as well. So I reckon if we'd had started the season, we could have perhaps grabbed the extra points we needed to get into the top 6. And then we could have grabbed the extra points to maybe even finish as champions. Who knows? The only way to find out is to start this season. I mean, look, we technically finished tied 3rd. And even then, our goal difference was significantly better than these teams. So we would have finished 3rd. That's how good a finish we actually had to the season. If I show you the end of the season run, you can see here there was the 2-1 loss against Sport and Leisure, and then 4-2, 2-1. We then won a friendly 3-0 against Bangor, and then we won 3-1 against Banbridge to end the season. We had a really good end to the season. It was a lot of fun to play. Let's put it that way. Let's look in. McGlynn scored there. He scored there 2 for Gardner, 1 for Rogers, and then here 1 for Walker, 1 for McGlynn, and then 1 here, 2 for McGlynn, and 1 for McDonough. We ended the season really well. And that gives us a boost going into this brand new season with a relatively brand new team as well. There's been lots of changes. McManus, you might remember, he made the mistake in the semi-final of the Cup. I actually released him from his contract after that mistake because he was opposing me anyway. Then he went and made that massive mistake, and then he started speaking out against me, so cut the crap and just let him go. I don't think I won any friends from the fans or the players by doing that, but I don't really care. I'm not here to keep them happy. I'm here to win football matches. So he went. I'm trying to remember what else happened to who else. There's loads of players that we let go at the end of the season. I think the biggest upheaval was the backroom staff. A lot of their contracts were coming to an end. In fact, I think all the contracts were coming to an end. And they didn't want to renew. So I sacked them before their contracts expired and brought in my own backroom team. Because I felt like that was easier. Pure and simple as that. I felt it was easier just to sack them, bring them in, restore a bit of pride with myself, and also prove to everyone else that I don't take no prisoners. You know, if people want to mess around, that's fine. Just don't do it at my football club. So that happened. In terms of rebuilding the squad, we've got some pretty decent players actually. I'm quite happy with this. We've got a brand new keeper. Moore's loan run out. He actually was released and became a free agent. I tried to bring him on trial, wasn't interested. Tried to bring him in on a free transfer, wasn't interested. I did once again go in for Clifton from Llandudno, wasn't interested. He's now gone somewhere else, I can't remember where. So we did some negotiations. We signed a lot of new players. Marty Maron, he's one of the first. As I say, we got a brand new goalkeeper. He's got pretty good stats. Star rating is good. He's actually got better star rating than Moore, so hopefully he lives up to that. Anderson at centre back, again looks pretty good. 3.5 star, rising to 4 star. McIlwain was here last season. I think he's currently on the way out. So Jack McIver might be coming in. And then we've got Brian Martin here. You might recognise Johnny English here. He's not very good, so we're not actually going to be signing him, which is a real shame because what a brilliant named player to have in your team, Johnny English. For those of you who don't know what Johnny English is, look it up. It's a very good film. The first one is. Second one, meh. So we got a new left back, Kai Wardlow, who's on loan. Midfield. No, I had no midfielders really at the start of the season, pre-season, because of injuries and things. So I loaned a couple, signed a couple. We've now got a couple. Paul McCord is one of them. He's sitting down here. Again, pretty decent. Got good first touch, which is always nice when you're playing in a high-tempo midfield 2 like we've got here. Rogers is now fit and fighting again, so he's back. And then we got Reece Kelly in on loan from Glenarvan. So it's good to have him in. In terms of the front 3 here, Allison and Walker are remnants from last season. Pablo Andrade is the new guy. He played against us last season, I believe, for Glenarvan in the Cup. We played against their reserve team. and he played against us. He's now on loan to us, and then of course we've got McGlynn up front. Bench, we've got Fogarty, who we loaned in, McIver, O'Hare, who I think we already had, and Connor Mullin, who has got good stats, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do on the pitch. Other key signings, Brian Martin, there was a winger, there he is, Robert Donnell. I think he'll be coming into the team, to be honest, when he's available. Because he's got good stats. He's only 22 as well, so it'd be good to let him get some first team experience. Who have we got in the resis? I don't think there's anyone here that shouldn't be. So yeah, I think we can get into the match. And he said team then. That's not right. We get into the match. Why are you not telling me where these guys play? Weird. I don't think any of them are actually worth signing up. We didn't have a youth intake. I don't know whether that's just an Irish thing or because we don't have a youth academy. But we don't have a youth intake. So that's a bit of a shame. So we are signing players constantly. But that's, you know, it's fine. Not too worried about that. Anyway, first game. It's the Bet McLean Cup first round. I can't remember if I said that at the beginning of the episode or not. So it's not actually a league match, this one. But the next match we play will be a league match. But it's just a little cup game to get us into things. It's the first competitive match of the season. So the players are probably going to be really rusty. Not match fit. But that's fine as well. I'm not expecting them to come out the traps immediately. I imagine it'll take a little while. We'll see how we do. You never know. Just want to make sure that I've got this set up correctly. Yep, key highlights. That's good. Alrighty. Why is that? Oh, that's probably because there's no league table. I hope it auto switches back when we actually play a league match. Otherwise that'd be annoying to have to change every time. Right, McCordick has been played through and he's beaten the keeper. Well, that's a good debut, isn't it? Marin. Beaten 5 minutes in. Not even that. It wasn't a bad pass through to their guy, but our keeper really should have come out and smothered it when he had the chance. Instead, we find ourselves goal down. That's a pretty good ball through. I'm not too upset by that. We tried to defend it. We just should have dealt with it better once it had been played through. That's where the disappointment lies. But okay, we go again. Don't need to worry too much about that, unless this goes in, of course. Oh boy, that's a really bad goal to concede. Anderson own goal. That's a really bad one. Where's Anderson play? He's our new centre back, isn't he? Yes, of course he is. So corner in. Anderson heads. Oh dear, oh dear. Not good enough. Not good enough. 2-0 down inside 10 minutes. Oi. Might need to do some tactical changes if this continues. Might just be that we had a really slow start. McGlynn here with a chance. Plays it through to Rogers. Back in the game. There you go. Well, this match has started at a million miles an hour, hasn't it? Rogers scoring against his former club. Did we have Rogers last season? I'm sure we had a Rogers last season. Good unselfish play then from McGlynn. I thought he was going to run through and have a shot himself. And that is a really bad piece of goalkeeping. I wouldn't say that was a good finish from Rogers. I'd say that was a keeper mistake, personally. But there we go. Suddenly I don't feel so bad. I feel like we're just one good moment away from levelling things up. It would help if everyone got onside for the set pieces. Alright, Boyle on the ball. McGlynn is near him. Doesn't make the challenge. McCordick now on the ball. Good challenge from Anderson. He managed to pick up the loose ball as well. Sprays it out wide to Andrade. Is he going to beat his man? No, plays it backwards to Wardlow. Over the top to McGlynn, who's onside, and that's the equaliser. Now we're definitely back in the game. That was an awesome team goal there. Really well played. Good spraying of the ball across from side to side as well. It's good to see that we got range in our passing. Nice piece of one-on-one here from Andrade. Bit of a strange decision to go back to Wardlow, but not when Wardlow plays passes like that. Apparently Andrade knows my players better than I do, which is probably true actually, because we're so early in the season I haven't really had a chance to get to know them properly. Right, Boyle with the ball over the top. That should be easy for Wardlow, and is. Okay, good. Kelly did get that. It's actually funny, because I've been watching Loki Doki's videos. I can't remember which one. I think it was episode 26 of his series. I watched that just after the game where McManus made his mistake. And one of Loki's players does exactly the same thing. And it's really eerie that that happened. I stopped recording, I started rendering the video, I pressed play on YouTube, and I saw that happen. It was... I mean, I imagine it's something that's happened quite often. I think there's been a bug in the game that's allowed that to happen. But the fact that it did happen so soon after I saw it happen on my game, that's what makes it weird and eerie. It's very, 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 very strange coincidence. But it was also quite reassuring to know that it wasn't just me who's had that happen to them. Because if it was just me, then I'd think, okay, it's my own tactics that are messed up. But the fact that I've seen it happen to someone else now, it could just be that both our tactics are messed up. But you never know. You never know. He had to go though, McManus. You know, it's probably one of the easiest decisions I've made. I felt ruthless doing it, but he had to go. I even saw out the season with... I think he was released and then Plant got suspended, I think, or injured, but he was out for 2 games. So I ended up playing the last 2 matches of the season with my second and third choice centre-back, and still managed to win the matches. That's the bit that surprised me. That's kind of one of the reasons why I wasn't too worried about defence this season. Obviously I signed a couple of defenders. I am still sort of passively looking for one more. But really for me it's about strengthening the midfield now. We got 2 decent strikers. We got loads of attacking wide players. Now I just need to look at the centre midfield position and see if I can shore that up a bit more. Because that's one of the positions that was a bit weak last season. I think that's where some of our creative flair perhaps died. Although Rogers seems to be having a good start to the season. He's now just put us in the lead. Good finish again. That one was a better finish. Put it under the keeper. But already I'm having to look at the midfielders because whoever our other midfielder is, I've forgotten his name now. He's not looking great condition-wise. So we might have to bring him off. Who was it? Kelly. That's the one. That's the chap. Yeah, we might have to bring Kelly off. Now, the way I could do that is Andrade can play centre midfield. So I might move Rogers to the left side of midfield, put Andrade in the right side of midfield, and then find someone... Did I put someone on the bench that could play on the left-hand side? I really hope I did. Or we got someone in the team that can play on the left. Might not, actually. That might be a bit of a concern. One thing I didn't look for when I was recruiting for this season was versatility. Because I was so anxious to sign players that could get that one position that I never stopped to look if they could play in a second. That's fine though. As the season gets going, we should be able to get players up to condition anyway, so it won't become too big of an issue. That's a good ball from Allison. McGlynn's running onto it. Is he going to finish it? Oh, just wide. That was unlucky. We've really found our feet in this game now. Really slow start, going 2-0 down inside 7 minutes, but the way we've recovered has actually been very, very encouraging. I'm liking it. I'm liking how we're playing nice football as well. We played nice football at the end of last season too, so it's good to see that the team have carried it over. As McGlynn scores his second, makes it 4-2. Another fine long pass over the top, this time from McIlwain. Sees McGlynn double his tally. One touch control, second touch, oof, over the top. Good knee down from McGlynn and then smashed over the keeper into the roof of the net. He's got confidence about him now as well. Remember last season he didn't actually score until we took over, which was about halfway through their season. This season he scored in the first game. So massive improvement there as well. I'm just going to have a look quickly. Who did I put on the bench? O'Hare. Yeah. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to bring O'Hare on for... Hang on. No. Tell you what I'm going to do. This is a big risk, me doing this. But I'm going to switch to this. I'm going to move Walker there. And I'm going to swap these two over. Like so. You're going to be an advanced player. Actually, you're going to be a centre midfielder set to attack. And then I'm going to bring Mullen on for Kelly. You can actually play target man. Interesting. Interesting that target man can also play as a poacher. Not sure how that works. Mind you, Peter Crouch does do a few tap-ins, to be fair, so maybe it can work. We'll see how this tactic works. This works very well for my Stevenage team, so we'll see if it works well for my Queens University team as well. Walker flashes one just wide there, to the left-hand post. McGlynn's only playing to a... Oh, sorry. I thought it said 6.7. 8.7. That's more like it. Yeah, both him and Rogers playing to an 8.7. The hat-trick race is on. It'd be interesting if one of them gets the ball and the other one's free in the middle. Will he square it or will he shoot? Who knows? Hopefully we get to find out. Alright, Anderson to Walker. Finds Rogers. He lobs one over the top to Mullen. McGlynn is open in the middle. Cross comes in. McGlynn's header... The cross was a bit too high. Bit too high for my liking. I think McGlynn would have done very, very well to get that on target. It was not an easy chance. Main thing is, I don't think they've had a shot this half yet. I don't think they've had many shots since they went 2-0 up, if they've had any at all. They've only had 4 shots the whole game, 2 on target. We've had 15 shots, 7 on target. So there's a bit of a difference. I mean, you wouldn't notice at first glance, of course. Oh, McGlynn's hat-trick. There we go. Great ball, Andrade. Good play down that left-hand side. Really good play. Now Rogers has dropped below 70%, not 60%. That would be worrying. Mullin to Wardlow. Good ball round the corner there. Great pace from Andrade. Whips it into the near post. And McGlynn thumps it into the back of the net. We're going to have a very good season if this team can stay in this kind of form. I think they're still riding on a high from last season, to be honest. We ended the season so strongly. And originally at the end of season meeting I said I wanted to finish in the playoffs, I think it was. Which I didn't think there was a playoffs, but it gave me the option to say it. And initially they reacted badly and said, you're being unrealistic, that's asking too much. But when we came back from holiday and I said to them... about we can finish in that position, they were all really positive and said, you know, if we can get the results together, they didn't see why we couldn't. So it's good that they did it that way round. So that we're on a positive high at the moment. I think the dressing room is getting more and more on side by the day, and if we keep playing matches like this, as Mullen scores his first goal for us, if we keep playing matches like this, and if we keep winning matches, and if we keep playing to this high level performance, I've pretty much brought in my own squad now. All the players from last season that were rotten eggs I've gotten rid of. Rotten eggs, do I mean that? Rotten apples is probably the correct expression. But I've got rid of all of them, brought in my own players, reshaped the squad how I want it, brought in players specifically for the tactics that I'm aiming to play. And as you can see, it is actually coming off quite nicely. Now I don't 100% know what league Dollings Town are in, whether they're above us or below us. I honestly couldn't tell you at this moment in time. I'm hoping they're above us, because this will be a huge, huge morale boost if we could beat a team that are better than us on paper. Alright, Rogers plays it to McGlynn. He feeds it to Mullin. Good ball over the top. Allison's running onto... Oh dear. Not the best shot in the world from Allison. You call him Allenson for a second. That's not his name. Look at that front four. 8.5, 8.9, 9.9, 7.6. Mind you, Mullen's not been on for long. And then if you add Rogers to that as well with the 9.4, we're playing exceptionally well. Got to be careful because we've got a man on a yellow. What I might do then, is bring McIver on for his debut and shift Anderson out onto that left-hand side. Anderson, who incidentally can also play centre-back if centre midfield if necessary. That's a great save there from Marin. He certainly gained some confidence since the first half as well. Alright, Holmes on the ball. We just need to close him down and make a tackle. Perfect. Just as I said it. Well played, Rogers. Very good. Amazed that wasn't a foul, but there you go. Alright, Glasgow with the throw. Finds Holmes. Flicks it over the top. McCordick running onto it. Is he closing the angle down? Yes, side netting. McIver, I was worried then, was going to give away a penalty. I'm very glad he didn't dive in. Still got 15 minutes to go. Wow. Have they had? They've had 8 shots now. We've had 21. So we've nearly had 3 times as many shots as them. We've had 10 shots on target, which means their keeper has only actually made 4 saves this game. Funny. Actually quite funny. There you go. Alright, McCordick on the ball. To Kingsbury over the top. Plant should get that, and he has. They really do. Both wingbacks have done that pass now where the keeper's really had to run to keep it in. I don't know whether they just get a thrill out of that, like jeopardising the team or what. That wasn't a very good pass from Allison. I might bring Allison off in a minute. I'm just keeping an eye on the midfield. Both Walker and Rogers are starting to look a bit tired out there now. That's McCordick breaking through. Marin again with the save. McCordick picks up the loose ball. McIver with the challenge, and he clears it. That was a bit of a wasted kick. Walker on the ball. Brilliant challenge from McIver. Marin comes and claims it. Right. Drops it at feet. Kicks it long. Finds Walker in midfield. Again, has played a really ridiculous pass. What was that? McCordick brings it under control. Finds Holmes. Back to McCordick. He shoots again. Marin with the save. And then a block by McIlwain sends it wide. Whew. This game is moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour from start to finish. Certainly is there on the entertainment scale. Alright, Anderson. Chase that one down. Good. End of highlight. That normally means a good thing. Right, we've got 10 minutes to go. I'm not being pleased with Allison, believe it or not. Despite the fact he's playing an 8.8, I think he should have played a lot better. So we're going to bring O'Hare on. And hopefully we can see the game out clean sheet in the second half. That'd be nice. That would be very nice, actually. 3 minutes of injury time. We've definitely won this game. I can't see us conceding 4 goals in less than a minute. It's about keeping that clean sheet. 6-2 looks better than 6-3. Right, Mullen. Is he going to have a shot? He is. Oof, over the bar. Don't blame him for having a go. He wants to get his rating up as well. He's had a very good debut, Mullen. He scored on his debut. He's got an assist as well. But unfortunately, it's his strike partner that does take the headlines. McGlynn absolutely dominating. Scoring twice in the first half, once in the second. Got an assist as well for Rogers' goal. Yeah, very, very good. Very well played. Praise McGlynn. You were superb in front of goal. Right, let's find out where Doningstown are. Oh, they're in the same league as us. Were they relegated? No. I think they might have just been promoted. Hang on, history. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Competitions. So what are we in now? 2018. So yeah, it looks like they got promoted into this league. So we gave them a bit of a spanking. Welcome to the league, essentially. And now we got Sport and Leisure away in the first league game, which we're also going to include in this episode. We need to sign Plant up to a new deal. Yep, I'll put them on a little bit more money. We actually had some money issues, which is one of the reasons why I let a load of players go as well. It was because there was a fullback that we brought in on trial who I really wanted to sign, and I couldn't because I couldn't afford him. But I didn't find that out until I went into negotiations. So I went out of negotiations, like did the walk away thing, freed up the wage budget by releasing a load of players, and obviously I can't go into negotiations with him again for a certain period of time whilst he gets over the breakdown in talks, which I think is a bit stupid. I think they need to change that. Because there is no breakdown in talks necessarily. I mean, yes, okay, you can go into the other screens without exiting talks, but sometimes you forget that. So yeah, I forget that anyway. So we had to wait for some time. By the time I'd waited the time out, he'd agreed a deal with someone else and gone there. So we missed out on a really good prospect for that reason, which I'm really annoyed about. So we still had to get rid of loads of players to free up some funds, but that fullback would have been perfect. I can't remember if he was a left back or a right back though. And as it happens, you know, the way we played in that last game, we don't necessarily need one. Okay, that's not a realistic representation of how the league's going to be, but at least they are in the same league as us, even if they've just been promoted into that league. It is still a league rival that we've just beaten quite convincingly, despite the fact that it really did look like in the first 10 minutes we were going to get our asses beaten, but that's not what happened in the end. Did I mention staff? I think I mentioned staff. Yes, I restored my pride. That was it. So I restored my pride. Not only did I restore my pride, the people that I replaced the staff with are the guys that I used to work at Llandudno with. So my new director of football is Roberto Gagliardi. If I go into here, coaching team, my assistant manager is not someone that I worked at Llandudno with. Neither is my head of youth. However, my goalkeeping coach is actually my goalkeeper that was with us last season, Greg Shannon. The fitness coach, Jack Edge, I had him at Llandudno. And the coach here I didn't have, but he's got pretty decent stats. Who were the others? It was the medical team, I think. Was it the physio? This physio? No. There was another. Maybe it was the scouts. Oh yeah, scout. One of my scouts. I'm sure it was. There was definitely more than one person. There was definitely more than one person. Huh, maybe it was just one person. Could have sworn there was more than one. Anyway, we're going to play our second game now against Sport and Leisure. I'm pretty much going to name the same lineup because they did so well. It'd be really stupid to replace them. The only one I'm maybe going to look at is a left winger on the bench. Maybe. So much transfer activity going on. I think I've signed like 50 players or something. Really, really ridiculous. We're definitely going to be, when the transfer window closes, it's going to come up saying most players signed. It's going to be us. We know it's going to be us. I signed a ridiculous number of players. I just felt like the squad needed the overhaul. We did really well at the end of last season. I just felt like with a little bit extra oomph, particularly in that cup semi-final, it was so disappointing to lose the way we did. And the fact is, if we'd have already been 2-0 up at that point, that goal wouldn't have mattered. So, there you go, McIlwain's just left. He was on the list of players to leave anyway, so. We just put in a loan bid for Alex McIlmail, who, you never know, might be signing for us. I really want to remember what that fullback was that we had. Because he could play in midfield as well, which was quite cool. At the moment, I mean, we've got McDowell, who can play left wing. So I'm going to put him in instead of O'Hare. The idea being that Andrade will then move into midfield, and McDowell will play on the left. In terms of defence, I think we're going to bring Martin on for now, and maybe move McIver in, like that. I think that works. We could always move Plant to centre back and put Wildside at right back. I might do that actually. Might do that. It is Whiteside, not Wildside. So if I do this and then do this, and then we can take Martin out. Let's do that, and then we can actually put McCord on the bench. That looks quite good. I like the look of that. So Whiteside might struggle to see out the match, but that's fine, because if necessary we can always bring on McIver and move Plant out to the right back position anyway. And here we go, second match of the episode. And it's a league game, so we've got to take it seriously. I mean, the cup was pretty serious, but this is really serious. Because if we can finish in the top half going into that playoff stage, that would be really cool. And we only just missed out on it last time round. So if we get a good start this season, Sport and Leisure finished right down near the bottom, I believe, last season. So we should win this one quite convincingly. But then I don't necessarily know how well they've strengthened. They've got a 4-4-2, which I think they had last season as well. So we should be able to play against them, definitely. It's just how well will we play against them? Who knows? Not much happening in this first half so far. I mean, last match we were 2-0 down at this point, and now roughly it was 2-1. And then a little bit further on, I think it was 17 minutes, was it? We made it 2-2. Such a crazy start to a match. I don't think I've ever seen a match with that many goals in the first half an hour before. That was unbelievable. Right, Nugent with the kick. Whiteside with a good commanding header there. Allison to Walker. Plays in Rogers. Is he going to shoot? He is. 1-0. Get in. What a goal that was. I'm liking Rogers. I am liking Rogers this season. He's got a real drive through that midfield. A bit like on my FIFA career with Stevenage, I've got Aniki and Azog who both just charge through the midfield. It's exactly what Rogers does. Look at that. Easy pass from Walker. Good first touch, and then just smashes it under the keeper. Not much the keeper could have done there, to be fair. It's just a really, really, really good strike. Great first touch, which led to it as well. So that puts us second at the moment. Moyola Park are ahead of us. Probably only alphabetically at the moment. Donegal have gone above us as well. Again, alphabetically. I think that's the only thing that's stopping us being top right now. And it's also the only thing keeping us ahead of Tobermoor, who have now just gone top because they've scored a second. So we could do with scoring a second goal so that we can go into that top spot. In fact, we would go top. If we were to score now, we would go top. Come on, boys. And keep the clean sheet. That's also important. And also keep 10 men on the pitch. That's also extremely crucial. Right, Duff with the throw. Finds Bain. Back to Duff. Ball over the top. Into the path of Lynch. He crosses it in. Marin with the easy catch. He throws it out. Nice throw actually to find Kelly. Rogers dumps it over the top. Andrade's running onto it. Look at the space in the middle for McGlynn. Lays it off to him. McGlynn. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh no, how did he do that? Oh, it was so much easier to score. Oh, I hope that doesn't ruin his confidence. He's not playing well actually. He's on a 6.3. Oh dear. Come on McGlynn, you scored a hat-trick in the last game. Don't worry about hitting the post. Just forget about it, move on. You'll score in the second half, I'm sure. And don't be offended if I bring you off. I'm just doing it for the performance of the team. Or for the sake of the team. Let's not talk about performances, because that really wouldn't help his confidence. Again though, Andrade bombing down that left-hand side. And McGlynn's making space in the middle. He might not have finished it, but he made a lot of space for himself. The defence just walking away and leaving him. Alright, Henderson plays it to Bain. Not a very convincing tackle there from Wardlow, but ends up in the hands of Manon. Manon? Not Maron. Maron. Can't remember how to say his bloody name. Alright, Rogers to Kelly. Lofted ball over the top. It's Allison running onto it this time. Can he shoot? Oh, he's put it wide again. Come on, man. You've got to do better than that. I think Allison's going to lose his place in the team, definitely, over the next couple of games. Not doing well enough. Where are we? Coming up to the hour. McGlynn's still on 6.3. So is Allison. And I haven't got a right winger that I can bring on. So we might have to twiddle with the formation slightly. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. Pause the game. It does pause the game. Never mind. Right, Andrade, you're going to move to there. Allison, you're going to move to there. You're then going to come off and McCord's going to come on. Andrade, you're going to go to... attacking midfielder like that. You're advanced playmaker, and I'm going to switch you to attacking midfielder support. You're going to be attacking midfielder attack. What else am I going to do? Because Kelly, I think it was. Oh no, it's Rogers. Is looking tired, so I'm going to swap these two over. I'm going to bring McIver on. I'm going to slot you there. And Kelly, I'm going to play there. So we're playing a bit of a weird system now. But bear with me. We're using the players that we've got available and building a tactic around that. So we're going very, very defensive in terms of we've got 5 technically playing at the back now. And then we're going very, very attacking in that we've got 4 playing in that position. So who knows? Who knows how this is going to go? Good challenge from Whiteside. Is he going to lump it forward? Plays it nicely to Walker. Finds Kelly. Good ball over the top. McGlynn's running onto it. Come on, McGlynn. Oh, straight down the keeper's throat. He's going to chase that one up, though. And he gets the throw. That's good perseverance, that. Doesn't reflect well on his rating, but I think he actually did very well there to keep that going. Alright, Wardlow with the throw. Into Andrade. Back to Plant. Who's been tackled. Cross comes in. Oh. Maron did exceptionally well there to anticipate that one. That could have easily been headed over him. God, that was definitely a heart-in-mouth moment. Alright. Last 10 minutes or so, we're going to bring Mullen on, take McGlynn off. We'll see how Mullen does up front on his own. We know he can play well with a strike partner. Let's see how well he does when it's just him. Alright, Maron with the ball forward to Wardlow. Our wingbacks are our only wide players now, so they do need to work a little bit harder. I thought Mullen had scored there. That second goal would be really nice right now, because that would put us top of the league, I think. I know Newington, I think, would still be above us alphabetically, because they've also... Though it doesn't say how many goals they've scored. They might have scored more goals than us. They got a goal difference of 2 anyway, so we'd have a goal difference of 2. Let's see. I shouldn't worry about that. The 3 points is what's really important. Oh, that was a nasty challenge. Scott Ray, he's going to be sent off for that, surely, ref. Surely, ref. He's 2-footed the guy from behind. There we go. Off you go, sunshine. There was so much wrong with that tackle. So much. Not good. Right, just over a minute to go. 4 minutes added on. Crikey. Walker's cross. Andrade couldn't get up to it. Kelly on the ball, finds Wardlow. Is he going to shoot? He is. And he scores. Great finish. Kai Wardlow. His league debut and he scores. Was that a cross? That's the question I'm asking now. Was that a cross? This definitely was a cross from Walker. You can see Andrade just didn't quite get off the ground enough. Kelly, great pass first time. Good first touch. No, that must have been a shot, because there can't have been a cross. There was no one at the back post to cross it to. Right, they've now changed their tactic to have 4 in midfield again. That's a good ball over the top, but Marin should get there. And does. He needs some options. He's got one in the shape of Whiteside. Plays it down the line to McCord. He plays it into the channel for Mullen, who shoots and he scores. Excellent finish. Really good team goal, that one. I mean, the whole team is playing really, really well together now. It's really nice to see. It's a great pass down the line by McCord. First time finish over the keeper's shoulder. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Can we sneak one more before the end? I don't think we'll be able to, although we've still got 30 seconds and they're taking a throw. Henderson on the ball. Plays it across, intercepted by Kelly. Plays it straight through to Andrade. Dinks it out for Walker. He crosses it in, cleared at the near post. Should be recycled by McIver. He's dawdling. I hate it when they dawdle. Same with Kelly there. He dawdled and he was tackled. But that is full time. What a game that was. 3-0. Really good way to start the season. Again, Sport and Leisure, not the best team in the league. Dollingstown won their match, incidentally, so that's good. That makes me feel a bit better about the last game. Really good way to start the season. 2 wins. Was it 9 goals scored, only 2 conceded. That's a really good way to start the season. I'm really, really happy with that. So yeah, it's a good way to end the episode as well. Next episode will probably be somewhere around the halfway point of the season. I'm going to kind of do what I did with my previous FM series, where I'll join again about halfway through the season, talk about transfers and things like that. If anything happens, like we're sacked or we're approached by a bigger team, then obviously I'll record an episode and we'll discuss that more at the time. But until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.